Like if I met Ice Poseidon or something and Ice Poseidon punched me, I'm not calling the police. It's content. It's content. We're going viral. Like I'm not bringing police into that shit. It's entertainment. It's WWE.
You see who that is?
Dino, what's all that shit talking?
The cops.
Bro,
Here we go.
to the police, lying to the cops. What's that about?
Bro.
So my niggas.
I don't know why they're so afraid to talk. I came civilized tonight.
They try to say that
It's ridiculous. I came civilized tonight. They didn't want to talk.
The authority thing is something that struggles. Like, Johnny Somali hasn't learned from his experiences, and that's why he deserves to go to prison. No. And I think you learn from everything that happens to you.
Punch me, assault me, slap me. Even if Chris Travels punched me or Joel punched me or slapped me, I am not calling the police.
We've got some incredible breaking news about Johnny Somali. Johnny Somali and Ice Poseidon have been faking their online beef, and Johnny himself just exposed it. That's right. He admitted their whole fight and drama was completely scripted just for content. But that's not all. Other streamers are now terrified of Johnny Somali. They're avoiding him like the plague. And on top of that, we've got a major update on the legal case Johnny's about to face. There's a lot to cover in today's video, so without wasting any more time, let's get into it. Let's start off with this shocking video clip, where Johnny Somali himself says that even if Ice Poseidon actually punched him, he wouldn't call the police, because it's all for content. He literally compares it to WWE. Staged fights, fake drama, all planned out. Hear it straight from Johnny's own mouth, exposing their entire scam. And after this clip, I'll break down exactly what's going on.
As long as you don't break someone's equipment and you don't get police involved, it's cool. Probably, and the third one, don't assault. Like obviously, you can push around and push people, like if they're streaming, but once you start getting super uber violent, even then I'm not calling the police. Like if I met Ice Poseidon or something and Ice Poseidon punched me, I'm not calling the police. It's content. It's content. We're going viral. Like I'm not bringing police into that shit. It's entertainment. It's WWE.
Just a couple of days ago, Johnny Somali's tone was completely different. He wasn't talking about peace or acting like Ice Poseidon was his buddy. In fact, he straight up said that if Ice even laid a hand on him, he'd make sure Ice regretted it forever. Johnny claimed he'd do something to Ice that he couldn't even imagine, basically threatening to destroy him if things got physical.
Paul Danino, when I see your ass, when I see your leeches, I dare you to put a finger on me. Because the Koreans that put a finger on me, they got put in cuffs. So some dumbass foreigners like you, we're all from America. The Korean motherfuckers that put hands on me, all got arrested, all got put in cuffs, all are stuck in court. So if you want to put a hand on me, I promise you're going to be stuck in Korea too.
But now, all of a sudden, Johnny's tone has completely changed. Even Legal Mindset has reacted to this situation, and he made a really interesting point. He said sure, Johnny might be claiming now that he won't call the police, but that doesn't mean he won't later. Because if calling the cops brings in more views and attention, Johnny's definitely the type to do it. At the end of the day, for people like him, everything is content.
The waffles for 15 Malaysian ringgit. You think the entire issue with the statutes will be part of his criminal charge? Also, I doubt he'll do anything. Somali's a coward. Exactly. He's a complete coward, right? And he also tries to say, oh, I'm nonviolent. Actually, let me just put this one. This was one the other day. Like once again, this is why Somali, you can't trust anything he says, because he's always saying different and inconsistent stuff. I can pull this up in like 2 seconds. He's always saying one thing or another, right? There's always like one statement that contradicts another statement. Here's one from the other time. Let's listen to this one. I'm talking about violence, right?
As long as you don't break someone's equipment and you don't get police involved, it's cool. Like if I met Ice Poseidon or something and Ice Poseidon punched me, I'm not calling the police.
So it's trying to say, oh well, I'm not violent, I'm not going to call the cops, etc., etc. But what does he do? He calls the cops pretty much immediately, or has his boy toy Hank do it. Because that's pretty much the person who calls right away. And once again, they're in cahoots, they're partners. So, it doesn't matter whether he does it or Hank does it, someone calls the cops right away. So they'll say one thing, but do another almost immediately.
But here's the thing. Johnny Somali's entire content strategy is something most people completely miss. You might think that if someone just beats him up, he'll finally stop. Absolutely not. He's actually waiting for that to happen, because the moment someone gets violent with him, he turns it into content, views, clout, and cash. That's his game, and it's way more calculated than most people realize. Johnny Somali is playing a different level of game, one that people like you and me can't even fully understand. Just watch this next clip. It proves exactly what I'm talking about.
Punch me, assault me, slap me. If even if Chris Travels punched me or Joel punched me or slapped me, I am not calling the police. It's WWE.
And the few people who do understand Johnny Somali's strategy, yeah, they want nothing to do with him. Just look at this next clip. Ice Poseidon's own crew is literally running away from Johnny. Why? Because they know exactly what's coming. If Johnny shows up, there's going to be drama, probably some kind of fake or real violence. And if they're anywhere near it, their own streaming accounts could get banned. That fear is real. In this video, you'll see Xena and her boyfriend Fabius muting their stream and quickly walking into a different store just to avoid him. They're terrified that even collabing with Johnny could get them blacklisted. Even Ice Poseidon might ban them from the whole CX network.
Look at Japan now. Great.
Why is so sad?
Yeah, why do you look so sad? That's just my aura, bro. This is my
Yeah,
aura.
we're gonna slow down. Thank you.
No, I have like, it's just like drip. It's like.
Can you hear us?
What?
You get a couple of this. Let's do Xena.
Do you see who that is?
Xena, what's all that serious talking?
The cops. Here we go.
Going to the police, lying to the cops. What's that about?
Bro.
So my niggas.
I don't know why they're so afraid to talk. I came civilized tonight.
They try to say that
It's ridiculous. I came civilized tonight. They didn't want to talk. I didn't come crazy. I didn't come rah rah rah. I just said, yo, Xena, what was those lies you were talking about? And even Darius was like, oh, you said something about Kimmy in a voice message on Discord. I did. And what are you gonna do about it?
But here's the biggest twist. It turns out Ice Poseidon is the one who rehabilitated Johnny Somali in the first place. And now, we have even more proof. Recently, Johnny Somali gave an interview for a documentary video. Yes, you heard that right. Even someone like Johnny is out here doing documentary interviews now. But here's the shocking part. The person who took that interview, it was Mando, Ice Poseidon's friend. So what does that tell you? It's becoming more and more obvious. The mastermind behind all of this is none other than Ice Poseidon himself.
The authority thing is something that struggles. Like, Johnny Somali hasn't learned from his experiences, and that's why he deserves to go to prison.
No.
And I think you learn from everything that happens to you. It's just you're not so willing to admit defeat or like fall to your knees begging for forgiveness. I think you're just like,
With Tazo? Off stream and on stream. Tazo's actually the first streamer I ever met. From like, other than Sus. Like, I met Sus, I went to Japan.
In Japan? Okay, so you met him like in Japan?
Yeah, in Tokyo. Like, my second day streaming.
But behind this interview lies a much deeper and more disturbing plan. It's not just content, it's part of Johnny Somali's strategy to avoid facing consequences for his actions. With his trial approaching, this documentary is being used to shift the narrative in his favor. And once again, Ice Poseidon seems to be involved behind the scenes. According to a trusted source, the filmmakers are planning to release a PSA announcement to help Johnny Somali leave South Korea. They even want to reach out to politicians like Marco Rubio and Donald Trump. Yes, seriously. They're trying to turn this into a political issue, portraying Johnny Somali as some kind of victim. And that's shocking when you consider who we're talking about. This is the same Johnny Somali who's publicly called for a race war against Asians, mocked Korean comfort women, statues in the most disgusting way possible, covered himself in baby oil and tried to sexually harass those statues, used racial slurs like gook, and even said he wanted South Korea to be nuked. So guys, I honestly think no one should fall for Johnny Somali's little game anymore. This whole act, the interviews, the sudden shift in tone, the victim play, it's all part of his blueprint to escape consequences, and the only way to truly stop him is with a strict and serious punishment. In the upcoming trial, his actions need to be fully exposed. No excuses, no sugarcoating, because if Korean law lets him off the hook this time, there's no doubt he'll find a way to flee the country and keep doing the same thing elsewhere. What do you think? Should Johnny face the full weight of the law? Let me know in the comments. And guys, throughout this whole video, I never asked for a like or subscribe, but if you do, it would support this channel in a huge way. Please consider subscribing and liking this video. Thanks for watching.